Hey guys, I'm here with Mike from Uncle Whiskey.
Yep.
So we're an AP Laser LazerCon conference right now in Kentucky. I never met Mike until today, so we were actually hanging out last night, and something really cool happened. I mean, he was like, "Yeah, I have this product that I've been working on, and I put it out, and this is what it does." And he said, like, "You want to see it?" And I was like a kid going to the rapist band. I was, "Come to my car. Let me show it to you." And he comes with this biking mag out, and he said, like, "This is the holy grail of the beer mug."
He was shocked.
And
Absolutely
I was like, "All right, I'm going in now."
Yep.
So, laser engraving businesses, I don't know what you guys are doing, but if you are not engraving and selling this, you're missing the whole point of your business. So, Mike, thank you for the time. Talk to me a little bit more about what is this.
All right. So the one in your hand, it's a 32-ounce mug, wooden mug, if you want to call it that. So they're essentially made out of the same material as our barrels. So they're American white oak. The inside is galvanized steel. You can throw them in the freezer. You can't throw them in the dishwasher. Usually you want to hand wash them. But the great thing about them is living down in Georgia, when it's a really hot day, you put a nice cold drink in there, it'll stay cold for hours, and it's amazing. So when we're out doing events, if you're doing, mowing the lawn, doing yard work, you could just run over to your drink, and it'll still be
Just
cold.
want to feel like a man holding a big mug.
So
Well, you have a smaller.
we also
for a little man.
we have lids and straws for it too. So let's say you're out doing yard work, you don't want bugs to get in there, you just pop that on there, and you're ready to go.
Nice.
Yep.
Now, like he said, this is insulated, so it's stainless steel inside, right?
Galvanized steel.
Galvanized steel here, and it's like a very thick wall. I mean, I'm putting my fingers here, and I'm not gonna say this almost to the center of the barrel. You almost get into a half-inch wall, so this will keep it cold.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
really cold.
Now, it's very well made. It has the rivets and everything on the wood. It looks nice. It looks like a biking craft kind of thing, You have this one here. How many ounces is this one?
That one's 12 ounces. It's great for just one beer, maybe a cocktail or a sweet tea, something like that.
Just like a refresher.
Yeah, there you go.
These are your refresher size. But here's the kicker. So the wood, you can feel the grain of the wood, which is I personally like the feel of the wood. And this is something that you can put on your rotary. So you have the rotary, you use my attachment or any other. You can just put it there in the rotary. You can go all around. This is wood, so it's going to engrave beautiful regardless.
Yep.
CO2 diode laser, CO2 laser, no fiber. You can try. There's some methods. UV lasers, or whatnot. You can use this. And if you feel creative, I feel like people can even feel colors in their engraving and go like all above and beyond. Then I'm gonna say that he has an ambidextrous. And I'm laughing because we were talking and he was saying this at the same time that he was saying the same thing that I was thinking. Like, it's not every glass ambidextrous, but
Hey, it sells it.
right? I mean, people buy like an ambidextrous glass. I mean, hey, you do you, right? But it has a couple of rivets that your fingers just go exactly. So you have something that starts sweating here, and then it's kind of a humid day. You grab it normally, and your hand is a little slippery, and oops, I dropped my drink. Not anymore, buddy. So this guy, with the right or the left, right? You can leave the glass, but the rivets that it has are nice. Now, the engraving on this, of course, is not to be meant on the sides. You engrave on the bottom, and you can engrave to read it from the bottom. I recommend to engrave it on a mirror so you read from the top, right? But this is a really thick glass as well, so this is quality.
What do you think of the weight?
Well, this is a men's glass. I'm gonna say that. I would not give this to my kid. That's for sure. How many ounces is this one?
So that one's 14.
So we have a 14 ounces.
Yes.
We have a 32 ounces.
Yep.
And this, you say 14?
12 ounces?
12 ounces. 12 ounces. So basically you have all covered. So you have for your little frou-frou drink, and you have for your big biking beers. Now, talk to me about the barrel, because one of the first things that I saw on that in the moment you brought the barrel.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, buddy. I was thinking of filling it with from whiskey
Yep.
to wine.
Yep.
Put it on a wedding. Each wedding on a wedding table, just put it there, and on the front engrave the wedding family name, right? The new to be a family.
With the wedding date, maybe a nice little crest with the monogram.
Right, and what is cool in this is you remove the speaker on the front. You can remove it, and you have a flat surface. And I would recommend on a CO2 a 2mm lens minimum, so you have the clearance. But it will work in basically anything. You don't need to worry about how to put it on the rotary because this is a piece that you're going to see front. You don't need to worry about that. You just open the top. You have a little, your what's the name of the cone thing?
Oh, funnel.
The funnel.
Yeah.
That's not my forte speaking today. So you put a little funnel, you fill it, and let it sit for a little bit, and then open and close that little spigot and pour it. Basically.
I was really surprised when I had people reach out to me that make their own beer at home, so they make their own craft beer, and they buy. Well, we have different sizes, so this. One of our middle ones, we have a 1 liter, which will fill 750 milliliter. And then we have a 2 liter, which it's 2 bottles, and then 3, 5, 10, 20. So it's kind of cool when they reach out to me and want like some of the bigger barrels to brew their beer and like seeing what they do with it. It's amazing.
Nice. And I mean, I can see these as a nice gift for a family that just move in.
Oh, definitely.
You live by the lake. You know that the wife is going to have wine. I mean, come on. You know that the husband is going to have a nice whiskey at some point.
Sure.
So keeping your whiskey on wood is actually a really smart thing to do. If you want to keep some flavor just kind of a growing and aging.
Right.
So this is something that I see Father's Day. Christmas is going to sell like hotcakes.
Yep.
Like literally. Father's Day, Christmas gifts, weddings. We're in wedding season, so this is a big seller. I'm sure. And I have a little catalog here. So first of all, the name is genius, Uncle Whiskey, right? So do what Uncle Whiskey says, and absolutely that is drink more. So he has a couple other stuff that he works with some cutting boards, and here's a glass. In different sizes, and you can see the size in the catalog. And you also have a website where people can see everything you do as well.
Yep.
Now, you mentioned that you have retail price because you said one-offs if someone want to buy as a gift.
Right. Yep.
But you also have a wholesale pricing.
Yes.
Meaning that people like me that has a laser engraving business can benefit
of course.
from
yes.
this.
Yep.
So
that's the beauty of it.
Where they can find you.
So UncleWhiskey.com, or I always respond on Instagram, so uncle.whiskey, or Uncle Whiskey on TikTok.
So virtually wherever you put Uncle Whiskey, you pop up.
There's someone else, Uncle Whiskey, on Instagram that's not us. So we're uncle.whiskey on there.
All right. Instagram, uncle.whiskey. The other one will offer you to go to the van and you don't know what's going to happen. This one will show you a mug. And tell me one thing that you recommend anyone going to your website to see the products that they should know before they decide to buy something.
I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. So if you have a beer drinker in your family and you want a really nice mug, go for a 32 ounce. That's always something that's great. Someone that wants a cocktail over ice, you can throw that in the small one. You can throw some bourbon in there, keep it nice and cold. Or our ambidextrous glass.
The ambidextrous glass. So this is a little bit of a smaller trade-offs. This is a bottle opener.
Yep.
So this is a little better bottle opener. It's nice and cute. You can put, I'm gonna guess that you can put logos on the bottom. You can grab it with a chalk and engrave all around it.
Yeah.
And he said that he does not sell these. He usually uses a sample. But I'm sure that if you want them, you can contact him so he can wholesale these keychains. So you can engrave them for your local clients and use them also as a samples. So get a hold of Uncle Whiskey, Mike here, and get all these things before everyone start doing it. This is a really nice product, I think.
I appreciate it.
And I didn't even knew existed. Now, I don't know you guys. I'm gonna grab all these and fire my laser.